Welcome back to tonight's Sad Reality, where the only sad reality is this is actually the second take because I literally could not focus at all during my first take. It's actually past 2 in the morning. Wasn't quite 2 in the morning the first time I did this, but it is in fact 2 in the morning now. So that's always pretty peak. Now, what's for tonight's bad takes, sad takes? Sneeze takes. Well, I think 4th of July is kind of overrated, but not for the reason that the holiday's overrated, it's just for the reason that I think the people celebrating it are a little goofy sometimes, we'll say. And what better way to talk about that than with a satire game like West of Loathing, which I think is the perfect satire RPG. Now, the 4th of July, what does it mean originally? Actually, I don't want this. In my mind, I don't want to skip ahead. Okay. What does it mean originally? It was the adoption of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. I hope you remember this from history class, because I sure didn't. I have it written down next to me here. American colonies basically said we are done being ruled by Britain. So instead we're going to rule ourselves, do copious amounts of drugs, look up how much cocaine our founding fathers did, by the way, that's a fun one for you. And, self-rule, liberty, and rejecting tyranny. At least on paper. But what now? Well, it's a lot of fireworks, hot dogs, and it has become an aesthetic, kind of like this game's old goofy aesthetic, you know? It's, you go here, you barbecue, you grill hot dogs, and shoot some fireworks, make a lot of noise, and we say we're free, I guess. But in part, it also kind of implies that we're all doing the exact same thing and kind of being required to do this. I don't know. Freedom, schmeedom, I think the people that got us where we are should not be forgotten about in any way. But I will say, the fact that, you know, we're all doing the same things, the same ways, I'm just like, you know, we could do a little better, maybe. Pete. Crazy Pete. Never surrender. Second stage tonight. My allergies were also popping off tonight, so that was fun. I already have a hat. Or do I? Also, am I supposed to read the lockpicking book? Yep, there we go. Go, orphans, go. Sure, why not? Oh, is that the goblin in the basement? Oh, this guy's a bit of, he's chill, like, alright. Oh, I can also just do this, why not? Punch him to death. Any key, I hit E and then it doesn't do anything. And now that comes to part of the video where I kind of like pay more attention to the game than the actual things. It's not just like an auto-scroller, which is funny how that works. So, yeah, we celebrate freedom that we didn't really earn, that most of us don't understand, and most of the time we barely feel. I mean, you can talk about the state of American politics at the moment, and I think it's a little odd, you know? For example, I think I could be totally wrong when I say this. I'm an uninformed 21-year-old. Do not take anything I say as, like, the truth, absolute truth, whatever. But, I believe in the Big Beautiful Bill. There was mention of, like, federal requirements that the states cannot regulate any, use of AI. Which is a little odd when you think about it, because the entire thing that we're doing with freedom stuff is like, hey, let's not deal with a king. So why does the government get to decide what the individual states can do? I don't know if that made any sense, but basically I'm saying that states can't choose what they want to do with AI because feds or the bill or something, which I think is a little dumb and a little reckless in my opinion. But again, I could be totally misinformed. So, hope that's not the case anyways, though. The Fricker Gang. Oh yeah, and this is the whole sense of judgment thing. That's where that comes in, I suppose. However. 48 damage, jeez. A lot. Oh, this is like a big puzzle, isn't it? Oh yeah, okay. I forgot how overpowered snipers were in this game. Or maybe he just crit or something. I literally can't remember how this game works. I was not expecting that because I'm like, this is not hard mode. It should be pretty easy. I mean, this game is not that complicated in my opinion. That's also part of what makes it so great, I think. It's just a simple game, you just kind of vibe, and that's it. And it kind of feels like the attitude a lot of people have today. I don't know if I've said this already, because it's the second time I'm doing this video, because it felt like the first time I was about as cohesive as our former president, Joe Biden. Ooh, politics, stay away from those, don't want to talk about that. But, yeah, so I had to redo a little bit of this, which is fine, it's not going to be perfect, that's life for you. The, thing I was going to talk about, though, was the rate of car crashes being, very no bueno when it comes to, 4th of July. That's 1.5 times what much as it usually is, which is kind of a bit of a steep increase. And maybe that's just local, I don't remember where I got that stat from, so again, I assume I'm an uninformed 21-year-old. But, that's what we're celebrating nowadays, I guess. Back to level 1, probably up the crowbar. It's just kind of hard to cheer for a day like this when most of us kind of act like whatever. We got a plunger to it. Blasting cat. Yay. The dark horse. I don't know what any of that was. Re-dynamite. Game's full of all sorts of secrets and stuff. There's also like, I can't remember if there was like a secret god or like a tech thing, whatever in this game. Just a bunch of like really random things you wouldn't expect. Tiny rock. Combat encounter. Yay! Also, auto XP in this game is kind of chill. It's very much not the way you want to play the game, though. Like, if you're doing actual, like, hard mode, for example, you just don't want to do that in this game. Coming from someone who, I think, took 5 attempts on that to do the really hard way, which is basically no sleeping, so you have to use the same buffs that you have the entire game, so... all that. Feed him the oats. The oats have been fed. And then the cemetery. I guess this does make you remember all the people we lost along the way to our path of freedom too. Which that I feel like is the most honorable thing. I'd also talk about this too, where it feels like people walk into the store being like, military discount, and I'm like, great, show me military ID. Skipping all the satirical dialogue. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy for that. I feel like it's, I don't know if overrated is the right word, but people kind of flaunt that. I'm like, I feel like the military is for anyone. It's, sure, you're serving the country, it's important, but it kind of feels like the country's also serving you when it comes to taxes and discounts, and, oh, I was in the military, I should get, I'm like, I guess, but, I mean, your entire point was serving civilians, so I don't know why we do this. I mean, I understand from, like, a business perspective, but I guess it is what it is. But, it's really interesting, too. Like, it's really easy to level flag and stuff. Like, nationalism's funny. 300 meat, 300 meat, 100 meat? Wow. You tell me a horse. A basic model. Dark one's cool. Sneaky. Southwest. uh, what is humor anymore? That's the way it is. There's trading and stuff as well. Again, I'm doing the absolute minimal. There's whiskey. Oh yeah, I guess pretending we're not supposed to go to loan either. Like, you gotta either hire Pete or someone else. All the NPCs you can talk with. Where's it going with all this, though? Oh yeah, nationalism. Like, it's really easy to live a flag, but it's so much harder to live up to the values that it's kind of supposed to stand for. I mean, the other thing, too, that I find kind of interesting is, for consideration, how many people, like, actually vote. Like, crazily. Pair of tens. A 2 plus 2/3 king. I don't even know. This game is very much not about, I don't know, you can just play without even paying attention. I don't even know what I did there, to recruiter. Gambling to win. All the extra things we can do. Recovered mug. Wow. So cool. It feels like a lot of times too, a lot of people are bystanders to the country's, I bet it, what am I even saying? This country as a nation can be summed up in 2 words. Or 1 word, the Joe Biden thing. Where do I go from here? Anything? Ranch. Yeah, it feels like, where are my notes here? This is so mid, I'm so tired. Gosh. Freedom's not really fireworks, it has to do with what all that means, the whole process to getting here, who we are now, what we used to be, what we used to stand for. And, I really hope that it means something to some people. It certainly feels like it doesn't anymore. And again, working in retail, I just kind of start to hate everything, the people too. I mean, I had a talk with one of my managers who's gonna go run her own store, and we're like, we could both sit here in retail forever, but we don't want to, because, quite frankly, the people, the customers, like, the motto is hating the customers, we feel like we hate the customers. And even on a day like today, everyone's like, happy 4th, and happy holidays, and this, that. It's just, it is what it is, I guess, so. People like haggling for deals and stuff, like, buy one, get one free, can I just take the free one? That was a genuine thing that happened today that really pissed me off, because I had to explain to an actual adult. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm 21, I'm an adult. Don't feel like an adult. But then people like that make me feel like an adult, I guess. Spending XP automatically. Wow. Now let's wander around, because I might have done this earlier. I'd completely screwed myself over. Just random fights and finish the rest of whatever I was talking about earlier. I swear there's like leatherworking in this game stuff too, you can like add that to your hat. You gotta pick one if you're doing the hard hat, because you're stuck there. Yeah, it's not about hating a holiday though, I do want to reaffirm that with this video, and it's just being my hot take for the day, I guess. Where it just feels like we've kind of lost all meaning as to what made that special. And, I guess I really hope that we try to remember that, or, you know, sort of think back to that and be like, you know, I missed the time when neighbor would help out neighbor, and people would work together to fight off something we all mutually believed in. Nowadays we're fighting each other and fighting for good deals and stores, I guess. So, I guess, happy 4th while you're cooking out, doing your barbecue, shooting your fireworks tonight. I was chilling by myself, and maybe that's tonight's real sad reality. Although I will say, funny enough, yesterday's video I was super happy with, and I was like, oh yes, I felt like I was talking, and it said good stuff, and I was energetic, and then 0 views in 24 hours, and I'm like, ooh, rough. Anyways, maybe this video will get views, and channel quality go downhill. So thanks for watching. This has been tonight's incredibly sad reality, satirical nonsense, really bad takes, mid takes. It just feels like it's not what it used to be. Yeehaw, red, white, and blue, gun shooting, hollering and tooting, America. Have a good rest of your night.